This time you must not fail.
Yes, Your Excellency.
Johnny, there seems a lot of distrust with the government. Well, I reckon there's a lot of distrust out there, Johnny, especially when governments around the world want to bring in central bank digital currencies. What the hell is that?
Good news, everyone. The IMF, politicians and the private sector are all getting together to discuss central bank digital currencies. That means that we won't need cash no more and we can be monitored all the time. That's going to be a much better society for everyone and definitely won't lead to social credit scores and being manipulated and having your bank shut down, will it? Surely. What are you thinking? What, you?
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, they want to digitise the whole banking system so that there is no money, there is no cash, and everything, all your transactions are recorded by the government.
Why governments so desperately want it, and every way that it is very different from the system we have today, terrifyingly different, because a CBDC grants totalitarian control to anybody who wields it. And as the Rothschilds said, let me control a nation's money, and I do not care who writes the laws.
I reckon this could be the start of the most dangerous social manipulation that's ever been perpetrated. But Johnny, it'll make things much more convenient. It'll make things flow a lot easier.
A potential CBDC could offer businesses and consumers new ways to pay in the future.
I expect it'd be convenient, wouldn't it? Would it be nice and convenient? Could I have some convenience, please? It'd be so convenient to be in my cell, all lathered up with a nice bubble bath of convenience.
It's all part of the wider story of digital innovation that has delivered benefits to millions around the world.
So what sort of bloody things are going to happen? What if you want to buy some beer for a bloody party you're having, and you go to the bottle shop and you buy all this alcohol, you're going to have a great night, and when you put your card through, and you find you've been charged an extra 10% because you've overshot your alcohol limit for the month. Because governments don't want people drinking too much, so they're going to curb that drinking by making you pay a little bit more. Jesus Christ! Or you go to fill up your car, Johnny, at the bloody petrol station, and you found that you can only put $10 worth of petrol in it because you've overshot that budget from last month, and now you can only buy $10 worth. Or they could make it that your petrol slowly gets dearer because it's time for you to change vehicles. You've had your vehicle for 4 years, and as your vehicle gets older, you're going to be charged more and more for services, rego, and all that sort of thing until you go out and buy another new car. So are you saying, Johnny, that the government can put controls on this money? Just do what they like with it? Well, that's the bloody danger of it, Johnny. Oh, Jesus, it sounds like 1984.
I believe money is a tool human beings can use to positively influence their own destiny. Unfortunately, though, there seems to have never been a time in history where individuals have had so little power or control over their money. Central banks, government regulations, and a bloated financial system means that most people exist in a system that's not controlled by them, a system they have almost no power to change or influence. A system that seems to forever favor those at the top.
And in turn, they might make your money a little bit more valuable when you catch the train instead. So you're being penalised and rewarded with every transaction that you make.
What we need are unelected global bodies that have been able to co-opt political power, respond to financial power, and ignore and oppress ordinary people. Whether it's the recent medical emergency or the cost of living crisis, we're seeing the benefits all around us. I can't wait for your next policy. You're going to take our money now. This is great.
Looking into what having a digital currency might mean in practice.
I think I know what it means in practice. More power for you, no power for us.
This includes issues that people care about, such as ensuring users' money would be safe and secure, that it could work with other ways to pay, would be energy efficient.
Oh, it's going to be energy efficient. I was about to say.
The cost of living in the UK is rising, and it's changing people's lives. We either have to eat and be cold or be warm and starve. That's the way it is.
All evidence suggests this is just the start.
The heating is switched off and just put on occasionally when it's particularly cold.
Is that because of the rising prices?
Because of the rising prices.
And those energy prices are rising primarily because the wholesale cost of gas has gone up.
Yeah, not only that, they know every fucking thing that's going on in the whole world, where you've been, who you've paid, when you paid it, why you paid it, how big your bloody environmental footprint is, who you're a bloody deal, the whole bloody lot. I don't know, Johnny, this sounds bloody serious to me. And if they don't like what you're doing, Johnny, if you're protesting about something the government's doing, or you're making a few bloody anti-government bloody posts on Twitter or whatever, they can freeze your money if they want to. Yeah, just freeze it.
Oh, a few other questions. You wouldn't use this ever, would you, to implement control or to advance social credit type systems or to shut down the bank accounts of people you disagree with or to surveil people and have a surveillance network that you've developed in conjunction with big tech and now a financial arm that you're developing so that you can lockstep together and gridlock us in a digital prison of surveillance tyranny?
That's what the bloody fear is. They'll just be able to push society in any way they want because you give a little bit of a reward for doing something or a little bit of a penalty for not doing something, you'll find society will get pushed around in a way that suits the government.
You won't be able to use your CBDC to buy any gold. You won't be able to use any to buy Bitcoin. You won't be able to transfer any of your wealth out to make an investment in a different country in order to purchase citizenship by investment. You won't be able to rely on it in times of crisis to buy an airplane ticket out of the country or at least to specific.
And if you don't think it's going to end that way, then you got your fucking head in the sand.
I said, take it easy, baby, I worked all day and my feet feel